and working in groups starting from next week. You see, uh, so most likely, and I think I'm gonna discuss this with Samson after the class. Uh, uh, Most probably everybody today will be doing the seven segment display experiment, which is lab 4. But then I know there are some people who didn't even finish lab 3. Uh, there may be one or two people who didn't even finish lab 2. I hope everybody is going to catch up during this weekend. People have different speeds on that. So hopefully that after this weekend, everybody will be able to start fresh building a project or thinking about a project. And uh, that's one of the possible projects that you can build. This was eventually my own idea, and in the light of uh, no access to hardware or anything, as you can see, you don't need to buy any hardware. All you need is to have some LEDs, light emitting diodes, red and green and yellow. Uh, you need to buy some LEDs and and so when you ground this switch, you're requesting an interrupt, obviously. So when you ground this switch, you are requesting an interrupt, and you could be requesting an interrupt to have a red light here appearing for, let's say, 10 seconds. You could be requesting an interrupt to show green light appearing here maybe for 30 seconds. Maybe you could be requesting an interrupt to show a yellow light appearing for 10 seconds. Usually the green light appears to take the maximum time. The green light is the maximum, the red light uh, comes after that, and the yellow light is always the shortest. The yellow, as you, is probably going to be 5 seconds. The yellow light. It's a transitional stage between red and green, and between, um, yeah, the yellow light. So, so you probably need to show. Um,
Professor, I have a question.
yes, go ahead and raise your voice, please.
I was just gonna ask, does it have to be red, green, or yellow? Or could it be different light
I'm
emitting
sorry.
diodes?
Sorry. Could you repeat the question?
Can it be different light emitting diodes? Can it just be three different types, not red, green, and yellow? Can it be like
Can they
blue?
be different? Different diodes? Yeah, they can be different diodes.
Okay, they don't have to be red, green, or yellow, right? Just because
Is
you
there
might not
such
have.
a thing as a red light emitting diode, or a green light emitting diode,
No,
or a yellow light emitting diode?
yes, there is. I'm just asking if there's like we can use other colors besides
Could
blue.
could you please raise your voice?
Give me 1 second.
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better.
Hello?
Yes, it's better.
No, it's not.
Yeah, you can talk. Go ahead. What do you need?
Oh, I was going to ask if you can use other colors besides red, green, or yellow.
Why would you need the other colors? Because the traffic lights are red, green, and yellow, you know.
I might not have people might not have red, green, or yellow. I mean, just
Well,
saying.
it depends. If you don't have, you can use any colors as long as Yeah, yeah. If that's what you have, if that's what you have, you can use your own color. The ones that are available to you, you can use them. Yeah, the green can be on. That's the moral of the story. The green can be on for 30 seconds. The red can be on for maybe 10 seconds. The yellow can be on for 5 seconds, for example. And you can interlace the operation. You can stagger this. You can have different variations and permutations and combinations to do the job. And you can have pedestrian walking. You could have a pedestrian requesting a special request for an interrupt with a special light emitting diode. And you can even build a model for the traffic light at home. You can use some cartons, you know what I mean? You can use some cartons to demonstrate holding the red color and holding the green color and holding the yellow, or you can have many you can have creativity here along these lines. Yeah, so that's one possibility. I would like to foster some kind of creativity on your part to come up with different and add to it, because right now it is kind of simple. It's not just red. You have to add some pedestrian crossing permission. Some pedestrian needs a special 60 seconds to cross the street. Maybe you want to put the light somewhere else. Maybe you want to create another button for the pedestrian. Do whatever you want. All right. Now let me go to another project. Uh, Here is one of the interesting projects we had in the past. Yeah, it was done by people like you. It was like a couple of years ago, I think. It was a vending machine. You know, one of the interesting projects, I remember this group very well. They had like something like a slot where you can insert some coins, and the way they did it was very nice. You can insert 4 coins, that makes it $1, and then once you have $1, uh, they uh, they had a lever moving, and the lever would open a cover, and under the cover of the box there was a Coca-Cola, for example. That was a very nice group. So they on the day of the demonstration they inserted 4 coins, and they did this with a password, by the way. They inserted the coins into um the machine, into some kind of a gadget. It's up to you whether you can do it or not do it, depending on your hardware and the availability of things. Things are different now during these days. If you can do it, fine. If you cannot do it, that's okay. But the way they did it, they used like 4 coins, and once the number of coins reached four, that makes $1. When the $1 mark was reached, some lever has moved, and the lever opened the lid of a box, and the box was open, and then they gave me the Coca-Cola. That's the and we kind of they were laughing, they okay. I remember one of them said a joke that day. Okay, if you give the professor Coca-Cola, you're gonna get an A. Well, that's not true, but as a joke, it's okay.
You, are you down to make that trade or what? Because I'll
I'm
get you.
sorry.
What's your
Are
favorite
you
drink?
down to make that trade? Because I'll get you a case of Coca Cola right now.
I'm saying this is a quick light joke. You shouldn't elaborate.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just kidding. I just thought it
Yeah,
was funny.
but it was a nice moment. They gave a Coca-Cola to the professor, and uh, some of them got A's, but not because of the Coca-Cola. But this was a great group, and they performed well. So here you go. These are the details.